Act 1, Scene 1. We see a loft apartment, clean but cluttery, with comfortable worn furniture and blankets. Mac and Lora are in their apartment kitchen. Lora is making breakfast at the stove and Mac is making an elaborate coffee for them both. Mac hands Lora her coffee.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
This is how I want to die.
Told you French pressed is better.
I've been using the French press.
You burn the water.
You can't burn water, dumbass.
You find a way. It's impressive, really.
Lora throws a towel at Mac's face and they laugh. Mac grabs Lora around the waist and pretends to bite her. Lora turns in Mac's arms and kisses them. Her hands roam up Mac's chest and Mac flinches away, putting their hands up.
Not my chest.
Lora hits her head with her palm.
Damn it, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
It's cool. I'm gonna go get ready.
Hey, come here.
Mac walks into Laura's arms.
I really will work on it, okay? I didn't mean to upset you.
I said it's fine.
It's not fine. You're a terrible liar.
Mac kisses Lora and walks toward the bedroom.
Not true. I said I'd marry you and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Ha!
Lora returns to cooking. The phone rings. Lora answers.
Hello?
Downstage left, Sara appears, phone in hand. There is a spotlight on her.
Hello, is Mackenzie Young there?
There's a Mac Yun here. Can I ask who's speaking?
Right, Mac. This is her.
Lora burns her finger and drops the phone.
Shit, Mac, phone.
Sara pulls the phone away and looks at it. Mac enters and picks up the phone off the floor. They sit down on the couch.
Hello?
Hey, sis, it's me.
Sara? Everything okay?
Not really. Mama died last night.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty sudden. The funeral's this Saturday. I know you're busy, but it would be great to have you here.
No, yeah, of course. Thanks for letting me know. I'll see when we can get a flight out.
We?
Yeah, me and Lora.
Oh, right. That must have been who I was talking to. It's been so long I didn't even recognize her voice.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I'll talk to her and we can fly out.
Right. Sounds good.
Hey, Sara?
Yeah?
How's Mom holding up?
Good as can be expected, you know?
Right. Yeah, I figured. Okay, I'll text you when I know our plans.
Great. See you soon.
Bye.
Mac hangs up the phone and looks over to Lora, who is plating both of their pancakes.
Who was that?
My sister.
Oh yeah? What's up?
Well, I guess Mama passed away in her sleep last night.
What?
Yeah, it happened out of nowhere.
Lora moves to embrace Mac.
Babe, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we were super close.
Yeah, I know, but still, this kind of shit still hurts.
Well, now it just sounds like you want me to hurt.
Ah, yes, that's exactly what I'm going for.
Fine.
Mac stands up and grabs their heart.
Woe is me. My racist mama is gone from this world, and with her, alas, so too is my soul.
Mac falls to the floor.
Wow, sounds like you're pretty broken up about this.
Too broken to go on.
Sorrow like that is way too intense to have any kind of appetite.
What?
Guess these chocolate chip pancakes will just go to waste.
Mac pops back up.
Ridiculous. There isn't a pain in this world that chocolate can't mend.
True. Want to eat on the couch?
Yep.
Lora goes into the kitchen and gathers the food and coffee on a tray, bringing it to set in front of Mac. Mac digs in.
So, when is the funeral?
This Saturday.
Are we going?
If you want. I know my mom will really want me there, and I'd like to be there for her at least.
And I can be there for you.
Really, love, we weren't close. I don't want you to feel like you have to go and deal with all the weird shit if you don't have to.
I want to. Plus, your family needs to be exposed to more queer stuff if you want them to act even relatively normal at our wedding.
True. You really don't mind going all the way out to the boonies for this?
You act like Tennessee was some kind of metropolis. They're basically the same. I'm used to closed-minded people. Don't worry about me.
You're right.
I know.
I'll look up some flights later.
That's okay. I can do it.
I really don't mind.
I know, but
What?
you tend to go for the first flight you find. You're not great at shopping around for a good price.
That's not even true.
Last time we flew out, you picked the first flight you found, and we didn't even get to sit together.
That wasn't my fault. They make those third-party websites too complicated.
I know, so I'll just take care of this so you don't have to worry.
Mac pauses.
Please. It will help with my anxiety.
Mac takes a bite of their pancake and frowns.
My pancake got cold. Warm it up and you've got a deal.
Ha! You're the worst.
Lora leans down to kiss Mac and takes their plate to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Lights fade. Act 1, Scene 2. Mac is sitting on the couch with a cup of coffee in hand. Lora walks in the front door with mail in her hand.
Hey, love.
Lora puts her keys in the dish by the door, then drops her purse and takes off her jacket with a sigh.
Long day?
I just want to defend this fucking dissertation already. Then I can breathe again.
Soon.
Lora throws the mail on the coffee table and slumps on the couch.
Promise?
Depends. How much did you get done today?
How much packing did you get done today?
Touche.
Mm-hmm.
Mac picks up the mail and starts to sort through it.
You do realize we leave in the morning, right?
Mac pauses on a letter.
What?
It's a letter from Dr. Sherry.
Your plastic surgeon?
Mac tears into the letter and starts to read.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Hold on a sec.
Mac reads the letter in silence, then sets the letter down. Lora picks up the letter and reads.
Dear Mix Younger, we are happy to inform you that our busy schedule has opened up due to cancellation, and we are able to fit you into your original time request for double incision top surgery. Oh my god! Why aren't you more excited about this? You could have all of this done before our wedding.
Keep reading.
If you are interested in taking the below time slot, please call the number below so that we can process your payment to reserve your date. Please let us know of your decision by March 3rd. As you know, we have many people who are waiting and would like to move on to our next patient if you are unavailable.
Lora sets down the letter and holds Mac's hand.
How much is the down payment?
$3,000.
How much do you have saved now?
Mac is silent.
Mac, how much?
$300.
Lora deflates next to Mac.
Fuck.
Yep.
Mac picks up the letter and their phone. They begin to dial. Lora snatches the letter out of their hand.
What the hell?
What are you doing?
What's it look like? I'm giving them my answer.
Hi, hello. My name's Lora, your fiance of 2 years. Think we could talk about this life-altering decision together?
Wow, the sarcasm is getting laid on pretty thick today.
I get to be an asshole if you're being one too. Just a sneak peek into my vows, if you were wondering.
What is there to discuss? We don't have down payment, and a week is not enough time to get it together.
Well, maybe we can figure it out.
Unless we start working the late shift on the corner, I don't see how.
What about your mom? Could she loan it to you?
She doesn't know I'm non-binary. I doubt she even knows what that is.
So, we could explain it to her.
They just got used to me being gay. I don't think they can handle this on top of it.
What if you lie and tell them it's a breast reduction?
I mean, that might work. I've always had back problems because of it.
Yeah, and technically it's not lying. You're just not telling them exactly how much they're being reduced, right?
I guess. I feel like this is kind of a bad time, though. I can't ask for a loan while they're putting my mama on the ground.
Yeah, I get that.
Mac puts their heads in their hands. Lora rubs their back.
Well, this doesn't mean that it's over. We just have to wait a little while longer.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mac begins to cry.
Baby, what's wrong?
To have it done before our wedding, to be totally me when I officially start my life with you, I didn't think that was an option. Now, knowing that the only thing that stands between me and this is 20 bullshit.
Look at me. You are studying no matter what. Got that? I know you hate it, but they won't be there forever. The only thing I want you to focus on that day is how much I love you. And when the time comes, I'm going to be right there with you, right?
Right.
They hug.
Thanks. Sorry I'm a mess.
You're my mess.
Good.
Now, you want to take a hit and I can help you pack?
More than anything.
Lora and Max stand and hug.
And hey, you never know. Maybe your racist mama left you her vast fortune of TV guides and hard candies.
Mac laughs.
Here's hoping.
Blackout. Act 1, Scene 3. We see a 2-story house with a beautiful garden. Inside there is the living room and a staircase leading up to the second floor. Everything is pristine. Offstage, we hear a car pull up and doors shut. Mac and Lora come from offstage, rolling their luggage with them.
Wow, looks bigger than I remembered.
It's only been, 2 years?
Something like that.
Mac and Lora walk up the front steps and knock on the front door. No one comes.
They know we're coming today, right?
Yeah, I told them between 4 and 4:30.
Mac pulls out their phone and finds the right number. No answer, they try another one.
Ugh, my parents never answer their damn cell.
Cell? Is this 2002?
Mac tries one more number. Downstage right, Sara sits in front of a computer desk dressed in professional clothes. She taps her phone to put it on speaker.
Hey, sis, what's up?
Where the hell is everyone?
Huh?
Sara continues to type at her computer.
Lora and I are stranded outside the house. Where is everyone?
Well, I'm at work. I don't know where mom and dad are.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to get in?
I don't know. Oh, wait. There's a spare key in the garden.
Where in the garden?
It's under one of those little Min statues.
You mean garden gnomes?
Yes, the creepy little bearded men.
How dare you?
What?
There is a knock off stage. Sara looks behind her.
Listen, I've got to go. See you tonight.
Sara hangs up and is moved off stage. Mac walks down to the garden and Lora follows.
What did she say?
Mac picks up a gnome.
She insulted my gnomes.
What?
Mac puts that gnome down and picks up another gnome. They seem out of place in the elaborate garden.
Painted these gnomes when I was 8 after I read Harry Potter. Love them.
Mac looks under the gnome and finds the key, holding it up in the air.
Also, they have secrets.
Mac walks back to the door and unlocks it. Lora follows Mac into the house.
Didn't see those last time.
Had to plant an extra key somewhere, and these are perfect for that.
Got locked out a lot?
Something like that. Mom and Dad were just never great at being where they said they'd be.
Mac puts the bags down and pulls out their phone to text.
Made it in safe. Where are you and Dad?
Your mom?
Yeah.
Mac's phone dings.
What'd she say?
You made it in one piece. PTL. Be home soon.
Good. What's PTL?
Praise the Lord.
Oh, Christian's getting in on text talk now.
To be fair, they've been doing it a while. Think about it. AD and BC are all in reference to Christ in one way or another.
Point taken.
Mac picks up both bags.
Let's just put the bags in my old room until we figure out the sleeping arrangements.
You're kidding, right?
No?
They're seriously still gonna make us sleep in separate rooms?
Yeah, they always do that with significant others. Sara's boyfriends always had to sleep in different rooms when they came over.
Well, Sara hasn't had a boyfriend since college, and we have been in a relationship for 4 years and engaged for 2.
I know. I'm sorry. They're just old-fashioned about this stuff.
Right. I just hate sleeping without you in that cold guest room.
We can trade rooms this time if you want. Trust me, it can't be any worse than my old room.
What's wrong with your room?
It's a nightmare.
What? It can't be that bad.
Mac picks up the bags and nods for Lora to go up the stairs.
See for yourself, but you've been warned.
Lora runs up the stairs and they both enter a room that is blocked from view at first. Off stage, we hear.
Oh my god.
The wall to the room swings out and we are able to see the inside of the small room with the window and the roof. It is as if a fairy princess exploded. Pink and glitter adorn every surface with dolls on every shelf. There's a child-sized Barbie in a gown. Lora walks around in amazement as Mac drops their bags on the floor.
No. This explains so many things.
Yeah.
Who did this?
Mom. I think this is what she wished her bedroom looked like as a kid. Same thing with my clothes for the first 13 years of my life. Not really my jam, though.
Well, that explains why you run away when I ask you to help me pick out clothes in the women's section.
Yep, it's a hellscape. Also, women's clothes are made out of craft paper, so you have to come back every other week to buy more. It's a goddamn nightmare wrapped in silk.
Uh-huh. Glad you're over it now.
Totally over it.
Do you have anything in here that was just for you?
Of course. I just had to hide it is all.
Mac looks under the bed and starts pulling out different toys like water guns and a Wolverine mask. They go over to the light switch and turn off the lights, revealing a glow-in-the-dark message on their door.
Nice. What's BTVS?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Wow.
Yeah.
You actually went through the trouble of not only camouflaging it, but you went a step further and abbreviated it just to be safe?
This is a Christian household. I couldn't be a fan of vampires and blondes.
Lora approaches the large Barbie.
How did this blonde escape through the cracks?
She was heavily vetted first.
Mr. and Mrs. Younger walk up the path and enter the house, shutting the door behind them.
Finally.
Mac and Lora walk downstairs.
My girls are home.
Lora and Mac look at each other stunned while Linda wraps them both in a bear hug.
It's so good to see you again, Mrs. Younger.
Lord, honey, you've known me longer than that. Just call me Linda or Mama now that you're almost married.
Linda is good.
Robert moves to give Mac a hug.
Hey, you.
Hey, Dad.
Lora, how are you?
Very good, Mr. Younger. And you?
I'm all right. Can't complain here.
How are you holding up, Mom?
Linda takes a moment to collect herself.
Oh, you know me. I've been so busy, I haven't even had a second to think about it. We weren't expecting it, you know.
Of course. I'm so sorry for your loss, Linda. Please, put me to work. Anything you need, I'm your girl.
Oh, you're such a doll. How about you help me bake a cake for dessert tonight? You can get me caught up on all the wedding details.
Linda locks arms with Lora and walks them to the kitchen. Lora looks at Mac.
See you later.
Yeah.
Linda and Lora exit stage right. Mac is left alone with Robert.
So, did you girls have any trouble on the drive over?
No, not really. It's kind of a boring drive, but we like to listen to books and the news on the way over, so it goes by faster.
Good, good.
Robert walks over to his chair and reclines it. He turns on the tennis channel. He puts on his readers and starts to scroll on his phone.
Hey, Dad.
Max sits down on the couch by the chair. Robert does not hear them.
Is it cool if Lora and I sleep in the same room?
Robert is clearly too engrossed in his phone.
Excellent. Glad to see that still works.
Mac gets up and goes upstairs to their old bedroom.
Did you say something?
Robert looks up to see that he is alone. He shrugs and goes back to his phone. After a few beats, he slowly starts to fall asleep. A little boy, Martin, about 8 years old, walks up the path to the door. He tries to open the door, but it's locked. He walks to the garden and starts to look under each gnome. He gets more and more agitated. He walks back to the door and knocks. Robert doesn't move. Martin knocks again. Lora walks to the door in a flour-dusted apron and opens it.
Oh my God, you've grown so much.
Who are you?
I'm Mac's girlfriend, Lora. Well, I guess fiance now.
Martin stares blankly back.
Don't you remember me? We met at Mac's graduation.
Nope.
Martin slings his backpack off and drops it on the floor as he plops down on the couch and pulls out his phone and begins
Cool.
scrolling.
Cool. Good talk.
Mac comes down the stairs. Martin jumps up and hugs them.
And Mac!
Whoa, hey, bud. You've grown a ton.
That's what I said.
Mac pulls the key out of their pocket.
Can you put this back in the gnome?
I was looking for that.
My bad.
Which one should I put it under?
Dealer's choice.
Martin runs out to the garden looking for the perfect gnome and giving it a great deal of thought.
Okay, I don't know what they say about me when I'm not here, but that kid hates me.
Martin does not hate you.
Lora pulls Mac upstage away from Robert.
He does too. He won't even look at me.
He just doesn't know you very well yet. Just give it a minute.
I guess. Sorry.
Don't be. They can be a lot.
Well, your mom, on the other hand, has really warmed up. What's up with that? Not that I'm complaining.
Right? I have no idea.
Death has a funny way of putting things into perspective, I guess.
No kidding.
Damn, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't even think about him.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Laura, can you come in here and help me with something, sweetie?
What kind of cake is it?
Martin enters the house.
Is Mimi making cake?
Yep.
Yes!
Martin runs into the kitchen.
Well, if Martin doesn't eat all of it, it's German chocolate.
Ah, lead the way then.
Mac and Lora both exit to the kitchen. Lights out. Act 1, Scene 4. Mac, Lora, Martin, Robert, and Linda are all sitting at the dining room table eating. Linda and Lora are a bit tipsy from the wine.
Mom, that was so good.
Honestly, the best white chili I have ever had. Mac makes it all the time, but theirs isn't quite as good as yours yet.
Hey now.
You expect her to stick around when you're serving subpar chili?
My looks?
My baby is gorgeous,
Linda pinches Mac's cheek.
but looks will fade, so I hope you're at least good in bed.
Whoa.
Linda laughs at everyone's uncomfortable protests.
Let's not.
Good in bed? Like, not hogging the covers?
Exactly. Mac is very generous with the cup.
Lora and Linda laugh again.
Right. So I'm going to bring out the cake. And when I get back, we're pretending like this never happened.
Mac exits to the kitchen.
What's funny?
Be happy you don't know, Martin.
Sara makes her way up the path and enters the house.
No, please, don't wait for me to eat.
We have guests.
Oh, right.
Hey!
Sara walks over to Lora and hugs her.
It's been forever. How are you?
Good, and you?
Oh, just work, work, work. Wish I was still in school like you.
I mean, getting a PhD tends to be a lot of work.
Mac enters with a large chocolate cake in one hand and plates in the other.
Hey, sis.
Mac sets everything on the table and hugs Sara.
Hey, doll. Long drive?
No, I was fine. Listened to books and stuff, so it passed quickly.
That's good. I'm gonna go grab a bowl since no one waited for me.
Who waits for anyone in this family?
Point.
Sara walks into the kitchen. Linda starts plating the cake and passing it around to everyone. Sara walks back in with a bowl and sits.
So, Lora, you mentioned you're still in school.
In my last year, almost done.
And you're going to be a therapist, right? I hear they make a lot of money.
Oh, actually, I'm not going into therapy. I'll most likely go into teaching if Loyola will have me.
That's so cool. I bet it's hard not to psychoanalyze everyone all the time.
Well, no, that would be what a therapist would do for their patient, but I'm...
Does that mean she works with psychos?
Well, kind of.
No.
I mean, yeah.
An awkward silence falls over the table. Everyone is very interested in their cake all of a sudden.
Have you thought of going back to school, Mackenzie?
No, I barely made it through undergrad.
I've been telling them that grad school is different, but they aren't convinced.
Oh, I think you'd be great at whatever you put your mind to.
Who's them?
What?
Lora keeps saying them. I've been telling them this and they love that. What am I missing?
I heard her too, Pa.
Not now, Martin.
Oh, sorry.
Guess they don't review basic grammar in higher education.
Hey, that's not it at all.
I get my words mixed up all the time, sweetie. Don't think anything of it.
She knows how to talk, you guys.
My apologies. I didn't mean to embarrass you, dear.
It's fine, really.
Sara, did you sell any signs today?
Oh, you sell signs?
Yeah, mostly for churches in the southern Kentucky region, but we do business in northern Tennessee as well.
Nice.
It's not exactly exciting, but people got to know when Sunday school is, I guess.
And it pays well, which is the important thing.
This is true.
It's so good to have all my girls under one roof again. You're one of my girls too now, Lora. So exciting.
That's true. Now you have 3 kids.
A silence falls over the table.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking and I just...
Mac reaches out and puts a calming hand on Laura's hand.
That's quite all right, honey. It's not like Eli isn't always on my mind anyway.
Robert picks up his plate and takes it into the kitchen.
Mimi, how did Eli die?
Not now, Martin.
Can we all stop acting like I'm about to break, please? My mother died. Okay, it's sad, but that's life, isn't it? We can't stop living. Martin, you may have been too young, but you remember.
Robert enters and sits in his chair. He turns on the golf channel and starts to scroll through his phone.
Your Uncle Eli being in the Marines? Well, he was, and he was really good. He worked on planes while he was over there.
Martin, sweetie, it's time for bed. Go upstairs and wash up.
Mom, I want to hear.
Go.
Martin stomps his displeasure all the way up the stairs.
He's not ready for that yet, Mom.
He's getting older, Sara. He's going to hear it from someone else. Wouldn't it be better coming from family?
Robert nods off in his chair again.
You don't get to decide that. I'm his mother.
Hey, let's calm it, okay? Sara, Mama just died. She's going through a lot. Maybe give Mom a break.
Wow, that's rich coming from you. We barely see you, and now you think you can just show up and...
Excuse me?
That's enough. We've got a big day tomorrow. Let's just clean up and go to bed, okay?
Sara gets up and goes straight upstairs.
Don't worry about her. She's just sore your father wouldn't loan her $10,000 to start her own business.
Oh, I'm honestly surprised she even asked. He never loans money.
I know. I was as shocked as you were when he offered $5,000 instead. She refused, though. She can't get her sign business up and running on that little.
Wait, Dad agreed to loan her $5,000? He's just got that lying around?
You think I know? You know he never lets me handle the money. I'm about to keel over, girls. Have a good night's sleep. Where are the two of you sleeping tonight anyway?
Dad said we could both bunk in my old room.
And he was basically asleep at the time.
Maybe.
I can't believe that still works. Oh well, sleep well, babies.
Linda exits through the door behind the table. Mac turns to Lora and whispers.
Can you believe that? Dad was actually going to loan her $5,000.
I know, it's great. If he has that to loan for a new business, then he can definitely help you with a medical procedure.
Shh, not here. Let's clean up and talk about it upstairs.
We're apparently sleeping together now?
I'll teach you my ways later.
Mac and Lora grab the dishes and head into the kitchen. Robert snores. Lights out. Act 1, Scene 5. Mac and Lora are in the pink room. They are both in night clothes.
Want to see my favorite thing about this room?
Yeah.
Mac digs around in their closet for a bit and pulls out a small step ladder, setting it right under the window.
Ever stargaze on top of a roof?
Is that safe?
I'm still here, aren't I?
Yeah, but you haven't been up there since you were a kid and had the reflexes of, I don't know, a kid.
It'll be fine, I promise.
Lora doesn't move.
Please?
Lora gives in and takes Mac's hand. They both climb the ladder and slowly shuffle out onto the lip of the roof and lay back.
Okay, this is pretty nice.
Mac shuffles their way up to the window.
Wonder if it's still here.
What's that?
Mac looks under the edge of the window and pulls out a small tin.
Look at that.
What am I looking at?
Mac opens the canister to reveal a small glass pipe, lighter, and baggie.
Oh my god. This was your smoke spot in high school?
No. I mean, yes, but this isn't mine. This is Eli's. He left it here before he shipped out for basic training.
Oh, cool. I'm so sorry I brought him up earlier. I'm an idiot.
You're not. Honestly, I think it's good for Mom, especially now. I feel like she wants to talk about it, but nobody else here does. Did you see how hard Sara shut that down with Martin?
I kind of get it. She reminds me a lot of you when you first got to college.
What? How? We have nothing in common.
When I would try to get you to open up about stuff in the beginning, you weren't exactly enthusiastic. You weren't even out yet.
So?
So, Sara hasn't benefited from therapy in 6 years of me nagging her to talk about her feelings. Plus, before your mom decided we are now best friends, apparently, your entire family doesn't talk about anything real. It's all, how's work? How's school? Does that make money? And that's about it.
They're always like that.
Yeah, but as you've learned, keeping things bottled up doesn't work well for long.
Are you telling me my whole family is gay?
Lora laughs and hugs Mac.
No, but that would have made this visit a lot more interesting.
You're not wrong. Although that loan business has me thinking.
Yeah?
Do you really think he'd go for it?
Why not? We had already come up with a plan to tell them it's a breast reduction. They know you have back problems because of it. I say do it.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that my mama just died.
Well, your mom is processing that better than anyone here, and Sara didn't seem to care about the timing when she asked.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, whatever you want to do at the end of the day, I'll back up. It's your choice, and there's no pressure from me.
I know that. It's just not fair. Sara gets to live off of them rent and bill free. If he's interested in helping all of a sudden, then I have to at least ask.
I get it. We live in the city and life isn't cheap. Even if you do save up enough money and have to go with the original operation date, we will still just be scraping by.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't ever be sorry about asking for what you need. I want this for you too. If it hurts you, it hurts me too. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Now, can we please go in because it is freaking cold and I am exhausted?
Mac laughs.
Sure, let's go to sleep.
Lora kisses Mac and carefully makes their way back to the window. Mac takes one last look at the tin, then puts it back in its spot before making their way back into the room. Lights fade. Act 2, Scene 1. Robert, Martin, Sara, and Linda sit at the breakfast table. Robert and Sara are dressed for work, leaving Linda and Martin in their night clothes. Robert is reading a newspaper. Mac and Lora are upstairs, still fast asleep.
Martin, go upstairs and wake your aunts up before the food gets cold.
Martin huffs and walks upstairs to the bedroom.
They're not married yet.
They're as good as.
Since when are you excited about this wedding?
Since I realized that Lora is a good girl and we could do with a bit of good news and celebration in this family. Is that just all right with you both?
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Well, all right then.
Martin stands by the bed next to Lora for a long time. Lora finally realizes she's being watched and startles awake.
Jesus Christ!
Mac startles awake as well.
What? Are we being robbed again?
No, Martin just scared the hell out of me.
Actually, Jesus Christ lives in heaven. How come you don't wear PJs, Aunt Mac?
Mac pulls the sheet up to cover themselves.
I can't wear my binder at night.
What's a binder?
I mean bra. And I don't wear a shirt because I get hot.
Okay, Mimi said to come down and eat before breakfast gets cold.
Thanks. Tell her we'll be down in a minute.
Martin shakes his head but doesn't move.
Bye.
Martin exits. Lora and Mac flap back down on the bed. Martin walks down the stairs and sits back at the table, chuckling to himself.
What are you laughing about?
Aunt Mac didn't have a shirt on.
Linda and Sara laugh.
That's 3 for 3, Martin. You've seen the whole family set.
Oh, can we please not at the breakfast table? What has gotten into you?
Mac and Lora start to dress.
Oh, have a little fun, Rob.
You really need to learn how to knock on doors before you enter, Martin.
But Mimi said.
She didn't say to do it without minding your manners, did she?
No.
Well, okay then. Apologize to her when she gets down here.
Fine. Laura needs to put $1 in the swear jar, though.
What?
She took the Lord's name in vain when I went to wake them up.
You let them room together?
For goodness sake, Robert, they've been living together for years and they're engaged.
Engaged isn't married.
Do you really want to fight with me the day before my mother's funeral?
No, but...
That's what I thought.
Mac and Lora make their way downstairs.
Morning, all.
Morning, sweetie. We've got bacon, eggs, and biscuits in the kitchen.
Mac walks into the kitchen.
Thank you, Linda. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, doll.
Good. I want to help in any way I can today, so just put me to work.
You are too sweet. You go get food first, and then we can talk.
Mac walks out with a plate of food as Lora walks into the kitchen. Mac sits at the table and begins to eat.
Sorry I saw your boobs this morning, Aunt Mac.
Mac chokes on their food.
Martin!
What? You said apologize.
No worries, bud. Just knock next time.
Lord help this child.
Sara gets up and kisses Martin on the head. He tries to wipe it off.
I've got to get to work. I'll see you all later.
Sara exits. Martin exits through the back. Lora enters and sits down with her plate next to Mac. Lora nudges Mac.
Hey, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay.
Could you put the paper down?
Robert puts down his paper and Linda grabs Mac's hand.
Please tell me you're not sick.
No, nothing like that.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry, no, everything is fine. I just wanted to ask you both something.
Go ahead.
Well, you both know I've struggled with back problems for years now.
Of course, all the women in this family do.
Exactly. Well, I've been talking to my doctor in Chicago, and they think the best way to help with my back issues is to get a breast reduction.
I remember a time when we didn't talk about breasts at the breakfast table. I missed that.
Hush, Robert. I think that's a great idea, sweetie. I wish I had done that when I was your age.
Right, and the younger you get it done, the easier the recovery.
Well, if your doctor says this is the best option, then what's there to talk about?
Well, I talked to my insurance. They can cover some of it, but I'll have to pay out of pocket for the rest. Laura and I are saving up for the wedding, and I can't pay the down payment right now.
Of course, you two are just starting out.
Right. Honestly, if I could get this done before the wedding, that would be a dream come true. I'd be able to dance without my back hurting the whole time. Plus, my tux would fit a lot easier.
You're wearing a tux.
Yeah, but let's not worry about that right now.
How much do you need?
$3,000.
We can handle that.
You know, I golf with a plastic surgeon down here. I might be able to get that price lowered if we go with him instead.
Mac begins to panic.
Oh, wow, that would be cool. What do you think, Laura?
Unfortunately, Mr. Younger, our insurance will only cover a doctor in state.
Robert stares at them for a long moment.
Of course. I knew that. Must have slipped my mind.
Mac gives Laura a grateful look.
All right. Let's discuss it again after the funeral tomorrow. I'd like to think on it for a bit.
Thank you.
Robert shifts uncomfortably in his chair.
Don't thank me yet. If I say yes, we'll just be alone.
I know. I'll pay it back as soon as I can. If you say yes, I mean.
All right, then. I'm off to work. See you all later.
Robert bends down and kisses Linda on the cheek.
You'll call if you need anything, right?
I will.
Robert nods and exits out the door.
Well, it's good to get some positive news today.
Laura sniffles and looks at Linda.
Sorry, I don't usually get this emotional. I'm just...
Don't you dare. When you love somebody, seeing them in pain is worse than having it yourself. I can see how much you love Mackenzie. It took me a while to figure out, but that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
Thanks, Mom.
Linda gets up and hugs them both.
Okay, girls, finish up your breakfast and then get ready. We've got a lot to do.
Linda picks up some of the empty plates and exits to the kitchen.
It's happening, babe.
I can't believe that worked. He's actually going to think about it, and that usually means yes.
I know. You're going to feel completely yourself on our wedding day.
I don't even know what that will look or feel like.
It's going to look and feel like you.
Matt kisses Laura and they hold each other. Lights dim. Act 2, Scene 2. Mac and Laura are walking upstairs. They get to Mac's room and kiss as they go in. They start taking each other's clothes off.
I miss not being able to touch you like at home.
I know. Being around other people constantly sucks.
Mac turns off the overhead light, leaving only the side table lamp on, illuminating them. Laura gets in bed and Mac begins kissing them. After many beats, Mac flings himself out of bed.
What's wrong?
You did it again, Laura.
Babe, I'm sorry. I only grazed them. Calm down. You wake the whole house.
One rule. I only have one rule. It's like you're not even trying.
How can you say that?
I'm sorry. It's just...
I have been supportive the whole time, Mac.
I know you have, but you forget.
I'm human. I'm sorry, but this is all new to me too. You've only had the rule in place for a few months. It's gonna take a while.
I hate this. I feel like I'm keeping part of myself from you.
I know you hate it, but it's going to happen, okay? I'm trying here, but we have to do this together or this isn't gonna work.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel like shit. I just get so upset, but I know you don't mean anything by it. Should I be flattered that you can't keep your hands off me?
Lora rolls her eyes and laughs.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda gonna miss them.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously, they're a part of you and I love you. I know they don't really belong with you and they hurt you. And because of that, I am so ready for you to do this, but I don't know.
Mac laughs.
We still have yours, for the perks.
Not the same when they're your own.
I don't want to do this if
No, that's not what I want. If I get to have you at your best, when you feel unrestricted. Remember when you got your first binder?
Yeah. I was strutting around the house without a shirt on for days.
And then when you did finally put one on, you tried your entire closet on just to look at yourself?
Now I just sound vain.
No, you were just proud. You loved how you looked and felt. It was like seeing you come alive for the first time. You've never looked so beautiful than when you lit up like that. I'd rather have a single day of that light than 1,000 days of curves. It doesn't even compare.
How do you do that?
What?
Make me feel seen. It's still so surprising to me.
Lora kisses Mac and then lays back down in the covers. Lights dim. Act 2, Scene 3. The house is no longer pristine. The family members are scattered around the house along with various items. Mac and Lora are getting ready upstairs. Mac puts on their suit jacket and looks at themselves in the mirror.
How do I look?
Great.
But do I look appropriate for a funeral?
You're wearing a black suit with a black shirt and black shoes. As far as I know, the only requirement for funerals are to wear dress clothes that are black. So I think you nailed it.
You're sure?
Positive. How do I look? Like a woman in mourning?
Definitely. You're killing it.
Mac freezes.
I mean, poor choice of words.
Lora laughs and takes out her phone.
Join the club.
Lora takes a selfie of them both and shows Mac. Sara is downstairs trying to get Martin's tie on.
Dad, can you help me with this?
No one responds. Mac walks down the stairs to them.
What's up?
I need Dad to help me with Martin's tie. I can't get it to look good.
Mac undoes the tie.
Let me.
Sara moves out of the way as Mac begins to place the tie around their neck and tie a knot. They get it just right, loosen it, and put it around Martin's neck before tightening it. Martin pretends to gag over dramatically.
Perfect.
Breathe.
Like I said, perfect.
Thanks.
Sure.
How do you know how to do that if you're a girl?
You don't have to be male to wear a tie.
Really?
Yep.
So, can boys wear dresses if they wanted to?
Better than some women, actually.
Whoa.
All right, RuPaul, go sit down on a couch and don't move until it's time to go. I don't want you getting dirty.
Martin rolls his eyes and flops down on the couch.
I think you just blew his mind. I'm going to go finish getting ready. I think we leave in 5.
Got it.
Sara exits through the back door. Lora comes down the stairs. Robert and Linda enter from the kitchen.
Hey, Mom. You doing okay?
Yes, you two were a godsend. Everything is ready.
Robert sits in his chair and starts to scroll on his phone. Martin does the same.
I don't know if there will be enough room in our car for food, though.
You can use our car. We've got plenty of room.
Thank you. That should work. Okay, Martin, start loading the food trays into Aunt Mac and Laura's car.
Martin gets up and starts to grab food trays. He walks out the door and exits off stage. Sara enters.
Sara, will you follow Martin out with some food trays as well? We need to get moving. You too, Mac and Laura.
Everyone except Robert grabs a tray and exits through the door and off stage. Robert is alone for a moment. He picks up Laura's phone, thinking it's his, and starts scrolling. He stops scrolling to read something carefully, then puts his readers on. He stands up. Mac enters and walks into the house.
Hey, the car is full. You and I are going to have to ride together.
Robert doesn't answer.
What's up?
Robert turns his phone to Mac.
I picked up Laura's phone by mistake. What the hell is this?
Mac reaches for the phone and looks at it.
Lora posted a selfie of us on Instagram. So what?
What do these hashtags mean, Mackenzie?
Mac looks again and falls silent. Robert takes the phone back and begins to read.
Hashtag top surgery, hashtag they, them, hashtag trans and proud.
Mac sits on the couch.
Do you think you're one of these transsexuals? Is that what you're telling me?
It's transgender, Dad.
So what, you think you're a man now?
No.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were one of those who thinks they aren't actually a woman.
I'm not a woman.
You just told me you don't think you're a man.
I don't.
You have officially lost me.
I don't identify as either a man or a woman. I'm non-binary.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that I don't follow a binary gender. I'm somewhere in the middle of the gender spectrum.
Mackenzie, none of that makes sense. You're either a man or a woman. And you were born a woman. What's the confusion?
I'm not a woman.
Yes, you are. Look, I don't know what's gotten into you, but you're confused. First you think you're gay, now you think you're not a woman.
I am gay. I'm not a woman, and I'm not confused. I'm so sick of having to prove that who I am is real, Dad. It isn't a phase. I'm not going to grow out of it. I'm sorry you found out this way, but you didn't exactly take it well the first time I came out to you.
Robert looks at the phone again and types something in.
What are you doing?
Robert reads from the phone.
Top surgery, or male chest reconstruction, involves the surgical removal of breast tissue and tailoring of the remaining chest skin, when needed, to generate a masculine chest contour.
Robert puts his phone away and takes off his readers to put in his pocket.
You know what I'm tired of, Mackenzie? I'm tired of being lied to and then having to just accept it. I'm tired of my kids just falling apart after I spend years building them up.
I'm not falling apart. I'm more together and whole than I ever have been.
Robert walks to the door and takes the keys off the hook.
Maybe you should take a taxi. I need a minute.
Dad.
Robert opens the door and exits. Lights dim.
Act 2, Scene 4. Mac is in the pink room. They bring the ladder out and climb up and out of the window onto the roof. They pace back and forth. They sit down and pull out the hidden tin, putting the pipe to their lips and lighting it. They have a coughing fit. A man appears in the window.
What's the matter, noob? Still stealing from my stash, I see. What, DARE program didn't take?
Eli makes his way onto the roof and sits next to Mac. He takes his pipe from them and lights it.
What, no hug?
You're not real.
Then why am I here?
Because old weed during a personal crisis was probably a bad idea.
Yeah, some of my ashes are in the bowl, you know.
Mac coughs and spits.
Just kidding. How would I have even pulled that off? That's just stupid.
Oh, you're so annoying.
It's just what big brothers do. I saw what happened with Dad.
Enjoy the show?
The acting was poor, but the set design.
Uh-huh. I knew he wouldn't get it.
Don't be so hard on the old man. He's more fragile than he looks.
I doubt that.
No, really, he is.
He didn't even cry at your funeral.
That doesn't surprise me, but it doesn't mean he didn't care, Mac.
What do you mean?
Guys aren't given the option when they're young to work through their feelings. We're just taught to push them deep down and never talk about them again.
That's healthy.
It's not, but it's true.
Is that why you...
Killed myself? No, and yes. It's a little more complicated than that.
Will you tell me?
It's a long story. All you really need to know is war is hell. No one should ever have to see the things I've done or do the things I've done. No one should have to bury their child the way that mom and dad had to. That's why I think you should give him some time to get used to this. I think he's scared.
Scared of what? I'm not dying.
No, but he still thinks he's losing his daughter. He just got used to the fact that he doesn't have a son anymore. I think this freaks him out and makes him think he's gonna lose you too.
He's not going to lose me. I'm just being honest about who I am.
He'll see that eventually. You just gotta keep at it. Remind him that you aren't going anywhere. You're still the same person.
Why is it my responsibility? That's completely unfair.
I didn't say it was fair. What's fair in this world? Shit.
You have a point.
I know. I'm way more intuitive dead.
You really are.
Lora walks up the path and into the house.
Mac?
Gotta go. She's out of your league, by the way.
Eli smacks Mac in the head and clambers back into the window.
Hey,
Lora runs up the stairs to the pink room.
Where are you?
Matt climbs back in through the window.
Oh, where were you? I was worried.
Dad and I kind of got into it after you left.
What happened?
Mac pulls out Laura's phone and shows her their Instagram post.
He picked up your phone by mistake and saw this.
Oh, shit, Mac. I am so sorry.
It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. It was my post.
Lora, stop. He would have found out eventually anyway.
Still. Are you okay?
Not really. He isn't going to help me with the surgery now.
Fuck. God, I'm so sorry, Mac.
It's fine. It's like you said, we can just wait and get it done later.
I know, it's just... You got so excited when you thought it was happening before the wedding.
I'm still so excited. I mean, I still get to marry you at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
That's all I care about. We can worry about the rest later.
Laura embraces Mac.
You're taking this better than expected.
Yeah, I got a little perspective while you were out.
Laura sniffs Mac.
Is that what you're calling getting stoned now?
Yep. Want to get into our sweats and watch Netflix?
Don't you want to go to the funeral?
I do, but I don't want the funeral to be about me. I'm sure the entire family knows by now, and I don't want to pull the focus from Mama.
Okay, well, in that case, let's marathon a show.
Deal.
Lights fade. Act 2, Scene 5. Laura and Mac are sitting on the couch. Linda, Sara, and Martin enter and sit in their various spots in the living room.
There you two are. I was worried sick.
Sorry, Mom. Dad and I got into it, and
Oh, I know.
he told you?
Didn't have to. Saw that look on his face and knew he was in a mood.
Yeah, we didn't leave it on a good note. Where is he?
Oh, he stayed behind to clean up. Want to tell me what happened?
Yeah, haven't seen him like that since you came out.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was expecting me to come out a second time.
Huh?
That's kind of what Mac wants to talk to you all about.
Okay, how to begin? You all remember when I explained to you what LGBTQ+ means, right?
Linda, Sara, and Martin nod.
Right. So you know how there's homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, etc.
You said sex.
Hush, Martin. Yeah, and?
Well, just like with sexuality, gender is also more fluid than it's commonly talked about.
Linda, Martin, and Sara all look confused.
You're making this more complicated than it needs to be.
I don't want to do this again. Can you just...
Mac doesn't identify as male or female. They are non-binary, meaning that they go by they, them pronouns and don't prescribe to binary gender norms.
So you're not a girl anymore, Aunt Mac?
No, not exactly, but I'm not a man either. It's a spectrum and I'm somewhere in the middle.
Is that what you wanted to...
Martin mimics popping off each of his breasts. Mac and Lora laugh.
Yeah, actually, you're pretty much on the money. Mom, I wasn't going to just get a breast reduction. I was going to have them removed altogether.
What? Why?
Because they make me feel wrong. You know, like when I look at them, I just get sad. Not because they aren't a certain size or shape or whatever. They just don't belong on me. They're not a part of me.
I'm sorry, Mackenzie. That just seems so dangerous. Are you sure this is okay to do?
It is. We've both done a ton of research, and people get this done every day. Plus, we found a really good surgeon who's done hundreds of these surgeries for people like Mac.
Martin, go upstairs.
Why?
Just go.
Martin runs up the stairs but stops and listens at the top.
This is too much, way too much. Why are you doing this?
Sara,
Can you let her talk, please?
it's they.
Everyone chill. This is something I have to do, Sara.
Is it though? I mean, you're my sister. What's wrong with that?
I'm still your sibling at the end of the day. Why does it matter? Why does the gender matter so much to you?
Because I'm supposed to protect you. And I can't do that if you keep making it so damn hard. Why do you always have to be the one that sticks out like a sore thumb all the time? Why can't you just be safe for once?
Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm fine.
Yeah, well, Eli told me that too, and look where he is now.
Sara.
Sara gets up and goes upstairs as Martin runs to his room.
This is something you need to do, baby.
Yeah, Mom, it is.
And you're going to be with her, them, every step of the way.
Of course.
Well then, honey, that's exactly what you need to do. Lora, you gonna need any help?
Oh, God, please, yes. Have you ever seen them get a cold? I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
I am not that bad.
But you are. I love you, but you act like you're dying every time you so much as stub your toe.
Good to know some things never change. I'll be there.
Thanks, Mom.
I don't care what I call you. I just want you to be safe and happy. It's gonna take me a while to get used to all of this, though. Do you just want to be called Mac now? I noticed Lora doing that too.
That would be great, yeah.
Just give everyone else time to catch up. Change doesn't translate well in this family.
How come you seem to be doing so well with everything now?
Well, you lose a baby, then you lose your mama. Just kind of puts things into perspective. The next person who gets to die around here is me. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Man.
Good.
Lights dim. Act 2, Scene 6. Mac and Lora are in bed while the rest of the family eats breakfast.
Martin, go get your aunts up.
Martin rushes up the stairs and is about to open the door.
Knock first.
Martin knocks on the door and yells through it.
Aunt Mac, Lora, breakfast is getting cold.
Thanks, be down in a bit.
Martin runs back down the stairs and sits.
I did it.
We heard. You practically screamed it.
You can't win in this family.
Martin sighs dramatically. Lora and Mac begin to get dressed.
You're just like your Aunt Mac when they were little.
What does that mean? Do I get to be lesbian too?
Your mom took it pretty well last night. Sara didn't seem super jazzed about it, but I think she'll come around. Martin didn't even miss a beat.
Yeah, we just need to find a more gender-neutral word for aunt.
Antcole. Untcole?
We'll keep working on it.
Lora and Mac come downstairs.
Good morning, babies. Breakfast is in the kitchen.
Thanks, Mom.
Mac and Lora exit to the kitchen and return with 2 plates as they sit down at the table.
Are we doing the will reading after breakfast?
Yes, I want to make sure we do before the girls, before they have to head back to Chicago.
That's okay, Mom. It takes a while to get used to.
It took me like a month, and I see them every day.
What was this about a will reading?
Dad picked it up after the funeral. None of us even knew she had a will until Mama's attorney called and told us.
Well, she didn't have much in her assisted living apartment, just odds and ends. Although I am excited to get all of those photo albums. She must have had 30 of them.
It would be nice to have something to remember her by, even if we weren't close.
I hope she left me her cardigan that she always wrapped us in when we were little. I loved that thing.
I hope she left me cash.
Martin, that's rude.
What? I'm just saying.
Well, if she did leave you cash, it's going right into your college fund.
What? That's the most boring idea I've ever heard.
Fine. I'll let you have a little of it to buy whatever you want if you're good.
Sweet. Hurry up and finish, people. We've got a will to read.
Everyone laughs.
I guess I'm done.
Me too.
Okay, let's all sit in the living room and I'll read.
They all move to sit in the living room. Linda sits in the middle of the couch and Robert pulls out the envelope and hands it to her before sitting in his chair. He keeps his phone in his pocket. Linda reads.
To my loved ones, I will keep you in my heart always. To my daughter, Linda, and her husband, Robert, I leave all of my personal belongings that remain in my apartment. Please cherish them as I have cherished you. To my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, I leave to you the entirety of my bank account to be split amongst you equally. Starting out in life can be pricey. I hope this helps. I'll see you all again in heaven. Until then, I love you.
The room is filled with the sound of sniffles.
So we did get money, right?
It says we get all of our money, but it doesn't say how much.
May I see the will, Mom?
Linda hands the will to Mac, who reads, then turns it over.
I don't see anything.
Did the attorney give you anything else, Robert?
Robert gets up and goes to his briefcase. He hands Linda another envelope.
I think it's just some other legal papers. I had to sign a lot of stuff.
Linda hands it over to Sara. She shuffles through the contents of the envelope and stops on one.
Here's her bank statement. Looks like we get to split $5,000 between the 3 of us.
Yes.
Babe, that puts you over halfway for the surgery. Plus with the $300 you already saved, you're almost there.
How much more do you need for your surgery, Aunt Mac?
Don't worry about it, buddy.
Martin pauses and looks at his mom.
I can give you some of mine if you want.
No, Martin, that's for college. I can't do that.
But I want to. Mom, it's okay if I use my money, right?
This is your money. It's not okay.
Martin gets very upset and turns to his mother.
Mom, tell them it's okay.
No, Martin, you aren't using your money.
Thank you.
They'll take my money instead.
What?
Take my half. I mean it.
Listen, guys, I can't just...
You can, and you will. I've been your big sister your entire life, which means I'm the boss of you. You have to do what I say, and I say, do what makes you happy. I don't want to lose another sibling.
Matt grabs Sara and hugs her.
You're not going to lose me, Sara.
Good. Because Martin needs somebody around here to show him how to tie a damn tie.
Linda gets up and joins the hug, then Martin, followed by Lora.
Get over here, Robert.
I'm sending my love from here.
They end the hug and sit back down.
That's okay for now, Dad.
Lights fade. The end.